You know, you guys, I don't know, the hotel called Jane and Deb year after year, and they say, we realize you guys have a party here, but come on, we got people trying to have other stuff go on here, and I say to that, welcome to our house. You guys, the enthusiasm in this room, the energy is over the top. Awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate what those kids did. And now from the ridiculous to the sublime. Ladies and gents, Mother Loda's all. It's time to get your hands together. I say, get your hands together and warmly welcome the Chief Executive Officer and Chairman of the Board for Motherlode Holding Company, our leader, our friend, our partner, Ms. Marsha Spence. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't need those stinking glasses. Good morning, everybody. I always feel so humbled every year when I come here and I look into this room and see all you folks who give up your Saturday morning to come here and spend it with us. Your free time. Thank you so much. So, I think you'll all agree there needs to be a special name for 2015. Though it would probably be inappropriate to speak it. I came to this stage to the intro song, Happy. You must wonder why that year I would choose that song. I'll tell you why. Because when I think back on my 38 years here, I can't remember feeling happier than I feel today. After I finished putting my thoughts on paper for this speech, I decided to dig out some of Leo's old writings and read them, kind of set the mood. One of the first I read was a note he wrote to all of us in 2012. He said, "In the 38 years since we started, I have never felt better about our company. This is a great place to work, and I feel very lucky to be a part of it." It was strangely familiar to the words I had just written to begin my speech. A little eerie. Coincidence? I don't think so. Bottom line, he loved you all, and he loved this company. Ditto here. When he turned 70, he wrote in a note to us all, "So who the hell needs me anyway?" Well, probably nobody, but here's the catch. I don't need that stinking water either. So here's the catch. I need you all. My heart and soul are in this company, he said, and I intend to be around even if it's on a very limited basis. Ditto here. Jim and I both need you. Don't ever forget it. We're not going to be easy to ditch. I know Leo's decision to officially retire was a really difficult one for him. Not because he worried about his title company. It was because he worried about himself missing the day-to-day happenings at his title company. Ditto again. Even as he said goodbye to the regular days in the office, his sense of humor, of course, and his practicality was always intact. He said, "Now think about this. I'm 75 years old. While I'm still hopeful I'll be immortal, the chances are slim. When I am, heaven forbid and perish the thought, called to wherever it is that people like me and Louis Armstrong and Renee Zellweger go, it will leave an opening. Remember, we promote from within. Call Janie for details. One day, shortly after we talked about the frustrating business that we're in, dependent all the time on interest rates, he wrote this little note. Interest rates are either going to continue to rise, or else they're going to start to fall. Or perhaps they remain steady. Whatever happens, it will be deja vu, and we will muddle through. Smart guy, always smart guy. His irreverence was legendary. This is one of my favorites now. He wrote in 1999, as you probably know, Fidelity Title is buying Chicago Title, which is roughly the equivalent of Godzilla merging with the creature from the Black Lagoon. Unless I miss my guess, they'll probably eat each other. Okay, one more. And this one, I believe that our Cy, was on his mind when he wrote this. I woke up this morning after Eileen had decided to move to the other side of the bed. Then I realized there really is no other side of the bed. As soon as you move, the other side of the bed becomes your side of the bed. And what once was your side of the bed becomes the other side of the bed. Thus you can, if you choose, thrash around in bed and change the nomenclature very easily, depending on which side you wind up on. It gave me a certain sense of power, he said, and I hesitated to arise, knowing I would no longer have this power to wield. Is that Cy or what? Now then, we've just finished a year that presented us with challenges the likes of which we have never, ever seen before. Can I have an amen? There were days when I wasn't sure we were going to survive it all. But, of course, we did. We survived the Resware Challenge. Before we finished that, we were hit with the new CD, TRID, and we managed, with a little help from our friends, to make it through that as well. To say that this year was possibly the most difficult of any in our past would certainly be an understatement. The interruption of your flow of business is the worst thing we can ever do to you. And we did that, for sure, and then some. No amen here, please. But here's what I think about that. I think we faced the beast and we beat it. I think we can now officially conquer anything. And yeah. And you know, that's pretty liberating if you think about it. The government didn't help. They decided they could pick a date that would certainly work for everyone, right? The time frame given the industry was unrealistic and it was brutal. Yet our Motherlode crew tackled it, wrestled it to the ground, and scored a knockout. With the tireless commitment of Lisa Steele, Ben White, Michelle Grummeyer, Lynn Luce, Tammy, the great Santucci, Candace and the entire expert tech group and help desk, and our fabulous, fabulous legal department, including the new guy with the skanky leg. We got through it. Bruised and bloody, but we got through it. And the main reason we got through it was you. It was you. Oh yeah, and don't forget that in the midst of all this, we had a banner year, one of our all-time best, and you did it while slugging your way through the changes and demands that our industry put on us. All of this during an incredibly busy market. You guys, you guys are really something. I mean that. So, I know how you did it. You got together, you helped each other. It's the only way we know how to do things around here. When you feel like you're in trouble, you gather your friends around and figure it out together. That, by the way, is one of, if not the cornerstone of Leo's Management 101. There were days, of course, but you kept listening to JJ's message. Help each other through this, and we will come out okay. And we did. It seems and sounds so simple, but in so many companies, it just does not work that way. But it does here. Extra thanks to Pat Laffin and the legal team for walking every step, every day with us. Jody, Celia, Cara, and all the rest. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of all of you for what you accomplished this year. Thank you for sticking with it, and thank you for continuing, as you always do, to make us look good, better than we deserve to look. We must not forget our partners, our underwriters. They enable us to continue to compete and take great care of our company and great care of our customers. Their world is complicated, but they do their best to help us look good and to get our deals closed. Westcor, you have been our sister company for 14, 15 years. Thank you so much. And Old Republic, you wanted to be our friend. Actually, you were willing to be our friend when friends were really hard to find. And look where we are today. A strong and mutually beneficial relationship for both of our companies. Our founder believed that we should do business with underwriters who we liked and who liked us. And we have tried very hard to stick to that. It just works better that way. I'm proud to call Westcor, Mary, Scott, Susan, and all your folks, and Old Republic, Wayne Schuprick, Dosa, and all your folks, our good friends. One more thing, one more very important thing. The directors of our company have served all of us here in a profound fashion for so many years. Indeed, some of them from the beginning of our company. They are the embodiment of the spirit of Leo and Eileen when they built first PTC and then Motherlode. They have supported and they have loved us from day one of their involvement, and we owe them our heartfelt thanks. Thank you so much. So, to all of you in this room, you are the ones who make me happy. Now, I want to take just a minute to share with you what my life these days, what my life at the office these days is like. Sort of a window into the executive suite, if you will. We moved into our new office 1 year ago, and JJ promised to join us within the week. He is due to arrive any day now. My vantage point in the executive suite is great. From here, I watch Derek try to out JJ, and it is really something to behold. Starbucks count, cards everywhere, candy of various sorts stacked high in the kitchen, churros delivered fresh. What a guy, what a guy. He is smart and he's funny and he lives in a house occupied by himself and 3 women. Perfect. Occasionally, one of Derek's orders comes in wrong, and when Deb questions the churro guy or the candy purveyor or the Starbucks clerk, they all have the same story. That guy Blatnick, he talks so fast it's hard to get his order straight. Give us a break. Now, the wine, however, still resides in JJ's suite with JJ. No replacement for our sommelier in sight at the moment, but we'll keep looking. Okay, so my seat in the exec suite is, as I said, a great one. I can see all that goes on from my chair. Lisa, sweet Lisa. She's a whirling dervish, multitasker, you bet, world class. The great Peggy Lee was singing about the likes of Lisa when she sang, I got a $20 gold piece, says there ain't nothing I can't do. I can make a dress out of a feed bag and I can make a man out of you. And then there's Randy. That guy can chew faster than anyone I've ever known. Swear to God. 11:30 is the witching hour. Feed him or else. Kind of like having a newborn around the house. Oh, yeah, and he isn't bad at handing out candy either. And he isn't far behind Derek in the speed of converse. Oh, yeah, it's great to be in my seat. That Randy, he's a quick thinker. I'm trying hard to slow him down. None of us think that fast around here. It could turn out to be a problem for him if I don't intercede. But he's a likable sort, fun-loving, game for any adventure. All in all, the executives of your company are in good shape. They're working hard for you, and they're having a good time doing it. The 3 younger versions of us are coming along nicely. You're teaching them well. They are listening. They are good pals. They trust each other, and they trust all of you. Trust them back, please. I've enjoyed my days with them. They laugh a lot, they love what they do, and it shows. They are a talented, caring group, and they have a very deep commitment and desire to continue the Motherlode mission and culture. It is important to them. I know this because I watch and I listen every day that we are together. And I promise you, they are a team you can be proud of. At least they will be when I'm finished with them. When I think back on my career here, I feel just so lucky, so incredibly lucky. Can you imagine coming to work every day and having Leo French as your boss? He was the best boss ever, ever. He was always the entertainer, as you know, and just once, I wanted to entertain. I wanted to kind of get him. I wanted to catch him off guard. So let me tell you about what kind of a boss he was. I'd been in Cabo San Lucas with a group of customers and fellow PTCers. Those were the good old days. After 3 too many beers at Squid Row, Bill Donovan talked me into getting a fake tattoo on my hip, my lower hip. I thought it'd be really funny to fool my kids and Leo because no one would ever believe that Marsha Emmett got a tattoo. So I show up at work on Monday. He comes to my office and he sits down, asks me about my trip. I tell him it was great, and I bounced up out of my chair. I told him I had a confession to make, and I lowered the backside of my pants and I showed him my new tattoo. I had him. I so had him. Never had I seen him speechless, but he was. He just uttered this funny little, and he walked away. Then I was terrified that he didn't approve, that I wasn't the girl he thought I was, and worse yet, that I maybe had disappointed him. I couldn't wait to tell him the truth. So the next morning, I arrive at the office, ready to tell him, and I found the following note on my desk. It's entitled, Ode to Papillon. Things of beauty, sky of blue, the ocean wide of azure hue, a rippling stream, a harvest moon, spring flowers, the month of June. A twinkling star way up above, a perfect rose, a mother's love, a mountain high, a pretty lass, the butterfly on Marsha's ass. Oh, God. I hope he's listening. Oh, God. Sorry, I digress. But the point is, we will never replace Leo, but we will always, always honor the way he ran this company. So, yeah. So together, we all move forward to an exciting and challenging time in our world of title and escrow. I am extremely grateful to all of you. Grateful for helping me get through 2015 when it seemed like an impossible hill to climb. Grateful for the way you all continue to believe that what we have here and what we do differently here is important. Grateful for the way you give so much of yourselves to this effort in caring so much about your company, your customers, and your friends here at Motherlode. Surely there will be changes coming, some we force and some that will force us. Whatever, we'll be up for it. We'll be unstoppable if we stick together. I have always been proud of you. I have always been proud to work here. I always will be proud of you. I know one thing for sure. There is no place like this place that we call our work home. Together, we'll keep it that way. I love you all very much. Thank you.